So now that Donald Trump has been indicted for a third, well, if you count last Thursday's indictments, this maybe be the fourth. So let's call it like the 3.5 times he's been indicted now. But anyway, Tuesday, of course, we got the new indictments: conspiracy to defraud the government of the United States, conspiracy to, undo the will of the people, all that stuff. Horrible charges. He's facing an uphill battle. He has very little defensive options when it comes to going to trial. And to make matters worse, the judge that has been assigned to his trial, Judge Tanya Chutkan, has already had to grapple with Donald Trump once. 2 years ago, Judge Chutkan is the judge who told Donald Trump that presidents are not king and plaintiff is not the president. And that ruling, of course, came while Donald Trump was trying to block all of his White House records from being released to the January 6th Select Committee. Her decision to smack down that ruling led to the release of that material. Trump, of course, appealed it. The appeals court upheld Chutkan's ruling. The Supreme Court did not take up the case, so the ruling stood. So Chutkan already has a pretty good, black eye that she has given Donald Trump. She has also been the judge in D.C. to hand out the harshest sentences for the Capitol rioters. She is, of course, an Obama appointee, and unlike some of the other Obama appointees in the D.C. circuit that have been hearing some of the Capitol riot cases, Chutkan does not get as political as some of these other judges have, because some of the other judges have blatantly said in their rulings that, hey, Trump is responsible for this, but you're also responsible for your personal actions, so I'm sentencing you. Chutkan has actually done a good job of avoiding that. She's even mentioned, look, I got my political beliefs, but they don't matter in this room. Talking about the courtroom. So that's good. She has admitted that, listen, I know what I believe, and I don't let those beliefs interfere with my rulings. And then, of course, she hands down these very harsh sentences to the Capitol rioters, which is good because, as some of the judges had said, prosecutors, you're giving these people too many deals. They need to pay the price for what they did. So she's a tough judge. She's been tough on Capitol rioters, has talked about how horrible everything those people did was. She's already smacked down Donald Trump once in a ruling that was not able to be overturned by the appellate courts or the United States Supreme Court. So I'd say that she's got this thing pretty much well handled. And one of the reasons I think that, not just because of her past, not just because of her statements, but because of the fact that you now have Republicans, including, I think, one of Trump's lawyers, that are out there saying, we want to get the case moved to a different court. We need a different court. We need a different jurisdiction. Can we please try this in Virginia? They're asking. They're terrified. And I have to say, karma's a bitch. When Donald Trump got assigned down to Judge Eileen Cannon down in Florida, the one who gave him all the favors last year, the favors that eventually got overturned by the appellate courts, but everybody was pretty much like, okay, great. Now we know that he's not going to get convicted down there. She's going to make sure of it. And she's done a good job of that because she actually moved it from the more moderate district back to her home district where it's 70% Republicans, so the jury's going to be packed with Trump supporters. So Judge Cannon down in Florida for the documents trial has done a good job of trying to skew things his way, and Republicans kind of laughing about it, liberals upset about it. Well, now the tables have turned a bit, haven't they? Because these charges that Trump is facing in the January 6th indictment are far worse than anything he is facing in the documents trial. They carry far harsher prison sentences, and as the judge overseeing the case, Judge Chutkan will have final say over what that prison sentence will be. So, yeah, what goes around comes around. Karma comes back to bite you in the end. Whatever saying you want to apply to this particular instance, this is what it is. Trump got very lucky with Judge Cannon in South Florida, but unfortunately his luck ran out. He may have used it all getting Judge Cannon, but he's out of luck now because Judge Chutkan is on the case. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.